Hi everybody, it's Lorraine and welcome to the Documented Life Project Week 35 Challenge. The name of the challenge this week is Mirror Mirror, and it's all about drawing your self-portrait. So right off the bat you're going to get a little scared and you're going to think, oh my gosh, I can't do it. But I encourage you to at least try. I want to tell you that I practiced several times. I've done self-portraits in the past. Never once have I had one that I thought looked exactly like me. I've done some that I thought looked similar to me, but it's really not about capturing a photographic image of myself. I could just take a picture if I wanted that. It's about drawing not what your brain sees, but what you perceive you look like, and also what you think others may perceive that you look like. If you were to Google famous artists and look at photographs of themselves and then their own self-portraits that they've painted, you'll see how very different they are, but they're still beautiful and they capture the essence of the artist. I'm going to do one live on camera, so we're going to see whether it's a fail or if it's a success, but really it's not a fail because I'm going to try either way. And so you're going to see mistakes and successes, and you're going to see the final outcome. So I'm going to just be brave, and I'm going to go ahead and do it so everybody can see it. So have fun this week. Don't fret over it. Don't worry. And worst case scenario, take a photograph of yourself, put it down on the page, and just paint over top of it. That's another option too. So let's see what we come up with, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys create this week. So I've got a couple pages prepped here, and what I did was I just painted them with clear gesso. Clear gesso has a bit of a gritty surface to it. The pages in this book are very porous, so the paint and water seeps into it, and it's hard to do what I want to do for this week's challenge. So I covered it with the gesso to act as a barrier. The gesso is gritty, so I just used a little sanding block, and I gave it a quick sand just to sort of take the edges off of it, like nails on a chalkboard. So that gives me a smooth surface, but it has a barrier so the water won't seep through. And for a blind contour drawing, and what that is basically I'm going to look in the mirror at myself, and I'm going to hold it in my hand, and I'm going to look at my face, and I'm going to take a pencil or a crayon, and what I'm going to do is only look at myself in the mirror. So you can see there, I'm going to be looking at myself, and I am going to put my crayon, I'm going to use these Caran d'Ache Neo Color crayons, and let's just pick one that'll show up well here, this blue. And these are water-soluble crayons. They are the most awesome thing I have in my studio. You can dip them in water and sort of paint with them. You can color and then activate them with water. You can just use them straight as they are. But I'm going to use that just so it shows up. And using a little bulldog clip here. My book is getting so full now I have to clip a few pages down to hold it into place. But a contour drawing is just outlining the shapes of something that you see. In this particular case, it's going to be my face. And blind contour drawing is doing it without looking at the crayon in my hand on the paper, without looking at the paper at all. So I'm actually sort of in my mind imagining what it looks like, and then I'm transferring that onto paper. And this is a really good warm-up exercise. It's also a good tool. If you do them over and over and over again, you're going to get better and better and better at it. But what you're going to see is that the placement of things are going to not be in the right place. It's going to look kind of crazy when I'm done. But I encourage you to do it. You can even do it with your non-dominant hand. That helps a lot too. But it's all part of the practice of learning how to draw portraits. So when you do that, you just simply put the crayon or the pencil down on paper, and you never lift it again until you're finished. So I'm going to try to imagine where everything is by looking in the mirror, and you guys will get to see what I'm drawing, and it's going to be probably kind of funny looking. So, and you do it quickly too, you don't spend a lot of time on it. So I'm going to start here at the crown of my head. A little wave of hair there, and I am not looking at all at my paper, only at the mirror. And I'm trying to meet back where I started. And I'm going to come down and I'm going to put my eyes in. And I have glasses, so I'm going to do the bridge of the nose and try to draw glasses around them. And then do the other eye. And I have not looked at this photograph one bit, and I'm going to come down, and I've got my nose, nostrils there, and come up, and I can't lift my crayon, so I'm going to come down, and I've got hair coming down here, and I probably should have, where I had my nose, gone down from there to my lip, but I'll do it this way. More hair, probably my neck comes down, hair, let me put some eyebrows in, and I'm hoping that I'm getting this in the right place, or else you're getting a really good laugh. And then my lips here. Okay, and that's it. And that is exactly how I expected it to look. So that's a blind contour drawing. Now these can be really, really fun if you want to just take it to the next step and begin to work with it and paint it and do things with it. But this is a great exercise. So pretty much I got everything in the space that it should be. You know, obviously it's a little bit scary looking, but from doing it over and over and over again, I've learned in my mind where the placement of things are on your face. So it's a really good practice. So now for my more serious sketch, I'm going to attempt to do something a little bit better than that. And instead of looking in a mirror, because I'm trying to do this on camera, I've just pulled a picture of myself and I printed it out in black and white. And I think that's a lot easier for learning because I can just pull out the light and dark values, and if I just really just draw the dark values, I'm going to end up getting something that's kind of similar. So I'm going to start with a pencil. I may switch to charcoal in a minute. And another thing too that people have a problem with is, you know, don't be afraid to go off the page. I picked this picture on purpose because it did not have my whole head in it. I'm going to draw my drawing off the page. It's okay. You can tell it's a face. You can tell it's my face, even though my whole head and my hair and everything doesn't show. You can tell this is a hand, even though it's off the page. So it's kind of a little more challenging when you do pictures that actually go off the page. It's fine. So anyway, I'm going to just sort of get started, and from here on out I'm going to just work quietly. It's very difficult for me to talk and draw at the same time, so I'm going to just do this sketch and then see, you know, put a timer on myself. I'm going to give it about 20 minutes. I'll fast forward it and you can just see the progress.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones, you won't ache my soul, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a
I'm going to stop the fast motion just for a minute just to tell you about a few things I've been thinking of as I'm drawing. If you'll notice while I draw, I'm drawing quickly. I'm sort of thinking about things as we go. I'm making a lot of corrections. I'm using a kneaded eraser. I prefer this one sketching. I've had to elongate my face. I've had to make the glasses bigger. All of these lines won't matter later. This whole process just helps. I have to keep sharpening the pencil or pushing the lead up because it's so gritty on the paper. But you know, it looks similar to the picture. It's not going to look exactly, but at least I'm getting the placement of things in the right place. So it's the start to a good picture. I still am struggling with this. I think I've got the face a little bit too short. But anyway, just to give you an idea of what I'm doing and where I'm going with it. But we're getting, you know, at least something that resembles this picture.
To doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul. You can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away. But I'm here to stay. No, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight. I'm a heavyweight.
Anyway, that's basically it. That's kind of how you get your bones and your structure. I'm going to get let's use like a Stabilo pencil and get some dark, the real dark values. That's when things are going to really start to get defined. And you want to try not to smudge the work that you've got too much. It's really hard to sketch with it facing down and not, you know, being able to look at it face on, but I think you got the idea, and I'm pretty sure you guys can go do this yourself now.
Give me reasons to doubt, try to keep me down, but I'll put the flame out. You can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul. You can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down, but fire away, away.
Okay, now just for the heck of it, I'm going to take a tiny bit of water to it and just blend in some of those dark values. You notice the whole face popped when I went with the dark values on the other side of it. This is make it or break it time here. I can completely mess up the whole picture by overdoing it, but I'm going to just do a little bit. Get some nice dark values here. And this is the Stabilo pencil is water soluble, so that's where I'm getting these. That's how I'm getting it to smudge. But I don't want too much of it to smudge. I'll turn it this way because I don't want to lose the lines in my face. I just want to get this sort of dark outline here. And this is what's going to really define the face and make it pop out. The minute that you make it really dark, then you're going to really see all the lighter values much better. Now I've done that, my glasses in the Stabilo also, so I want to be careful not to hit those with water. This is where the struggle to make it perfect comes in, and at this point you just have to stop. You can't go any further. It's not going to be a perfect picture. I'm going to basically move the water away so I don't ruin it, and I've got to just darken up this one spot here that's bugging me. The nose is a little bit tough to get into place here, but it's close. You can really spend hours and hours just finding values. The more I go over it, the more dark spots I'm going to see. And the more that you find, the better off your picture's going to be. One other thing I want to mention to you too, I've got a few stray smudges here that I can't seem to get off, but it's okay. This is a workbook. It's for practice. The thing I do want to say though is for an eye, when you're drawing an eye, what really brings that eye to life is putting the light or the reflection in the eye. That's what shows, you know, gives it a watery look, and it also just, to me, it just doesn't look right unless it has that. So I added a tiny bit here. Looking in my picture, there's probably a little bit more, but just these little dots of white make all the difference. There's usually, you know, it gives the eyeball sort of the concave look. I'm using just a Bic whiteout pen, these shake and squeeze. I love these, but it makes a huge difference. And then the other thing you want to do, because this is all movable mediums on here and also here, is you want to use the spray fixative on top of them so they won't move anymore. This Spectrafix pastel fixative, it is the best product I've ever used with regard to fixative. It's odorless, so you can, or actually it has kind of a little sweet smell instead of almost like a turpentine smell. So you can use it in the house. I use it right in my studio, no problem. And it won't let the mediums move at all, just a little quick spritz. It'll darken just for a little bit until it dries, and then it becomes completely permanent after that. Now after this fixative is sprayed, you can go over it again. I could go and paint this if I wanted to, or I could brush a varnish over it if I wanted to also. So that's it for this week's challenge. I can't wait to see what you guys do. I'm really excited. Don't be afraid of the self-portrait. You can do this.